What's up, fam? It's J Lobos coming back to you on another episode, and I wanted to continue the conversation about mortgages, about loans, because again, like I said in the past, 85% of my customers want to go ahead and get into a mortgage, want to buy a home. It's the American dream, want to refinance a property, maybe want to go into an investment property. And I have my boy here, Matt Barquette from Real Mortgage Solutions, and he's obviously the expert. He's been doing this for more years than I have, and he's been able to help thousands of clients with him and his team achieve that goal as well. And you know, one of the questions that I keep getting asked, and one of the things that have been happening, Matt, is basically what happened with the pandemic. And what happened with the pandemic aspect of it is a lot of people were laid off. And you know, I know that for sure. People were in the process of, you know, fixing their credit. I have customers that were fixing their credit, and all of a sudden, now they're in a situation where they didn't have a job. And one of the questions that I have for you is, what happens when you get laid off? How long do you have to go until you're not eligible? Or what are those qualifications when it comes to having some time or some sort of employment gap?
No, of course. It happened to a lot of people during the pandemic, but it really just depends on the situation and the loan that they're going to go forward with. When it comes to conventional or FHA, really, the six month gap is the kind of the rule of thumb when it comes to it. Each loan kind of looks at it a different way. FHA, regardless, there's no real way around it. Obviously, you have to be currently working now, but if there was a 6 month gap within your 2 years that you're qualifying for, we just go back a prior 2 years. So as long as they have a consistent 2 years prior to that, it's not a big deal. But conventional, they're a little bit more lenient. Again, I like to run it case by case, and I always speak with an underwriter about it. But if there is a 6 month gap within the 2 years as well, basically as long as it's a legitimate reason and we're able to prove it with a letter of explanation, a lot of the times it's able to clear that up.
So let me ask you a question. If you were laid off for approximately 3 or 4 months, and it was due to the pandemic, is that a reasonable explanation?
Yes. I mean, 3 to 4 months, again, that's just a quick letter of explanation, just explaining it. But 3 or 4 months really isn't something that it's not going to kill your loan.
Got you. Well, as a matter of fact, guys, obviously that answers your question when it comes to, we just went through the pandemic. I have a couple of customers of mine that either were demoted or they had to basically switch off, or the company closed for a specific amount of time. They were not receiving any kind of income. If this is something that has happened to you guys, obviously there's still a possibility for you to be able to qualify, which is a fantastic thing. Another question that I have for you, Matt, and I keep also hearing a lot about the forbearance aspect of it. I know that a couple of my customers got themselves in a forbearance, and all of a sudden, if things weren't done correctly, they've also acquired 1 or 2 late fees. Is it still possible, even if you went through the forbearance, even if you have a late fee on your mortgage, are you still eligible to refinance?
Yes. So when it comes to the forbearance specifically, at this point they should be out of forbearance. But as long as they are 100% out of forbearance and they've been making 3 consistent payments, which at this point they should be, there shouldn't be an issue when it comes to getting them qualified for a refinance or if they're trying to purchase a separate property. Mortgage rates, that's a little different issue. It shouldn't have an issue, especially if it was 12 months or later. But if you're looking at something that was a more recent mortgage rate, that's probably a little less explainable. It could cause an issue, but that's always something that we can always take a look at. And a lot of the times that can be case by case as well.
Got you. So there you have it. Obviously, if you've acquired a late fee on your mortgage, you possibly felt or you feel that you're not eligible or you're not able to qualify for a loan. Obviously, going back into this, you are still eligible for that. Obviously, there's a lot of intricate aspects of it. I know we were talking a little bit about that. There's systems and processes, underwriting guidelines as well, manually underwriting guidelines that you have to go through. So it's what Matt's saying. It is on a case-by-case basis, but nevertheless, guys, don't lose hope. If your goal and intent here is to purchase a property, contact us. Guys, like, subscribe, comment. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and put a link at the bottom of the description. If you guys have any questions for me or Matt, fill that contact information, and we're going to go ahead and give you guys a case-by-case analysis, and we're going to see if we're able to go ahead and qualify you for that loan, regardless of credit. Again, obviously, we offer a free credit evaluation, and with Matt here, we'll be able to give you a mortgage analysis or whatnot. Do you guys offer anything like that when it comes to, when you guys sit with a specific individual? What do you normally go over? What type of paperwork? What are the questions that you normally have or you ask these individuals?
Yeah, of course. The pre-approval process, it usually doesn't take too long. Whether they're self-employed or they're wage earners, we take a look at their 2 years of taxes. If they're business owners, if they have business taxes, driver's license, bank statements showing funds to close. If they are wage earners, pay stubs. And if they are looking to refinance, or if they do own other properties, obviously the current mortgage documents, and real estate taxes and insurance that are related.
Awesome. So guys, again, if you guys have questions, we have answers. And until the next time, thank you so much for the love and support. Take care.